Students, now we shall discuss about the topic that is law of Malus. So in 1809, Malus discovered a law regarding the intensity of light transmitted by the analyzer. So according to Malus, when a completely plane polarized light beam is incident on the analyzer, the intensity of polarized light transmitted through the analyzer varies as the square of the angle between the plane of transmission of the analyzer and the plane of polarizer. So this is known as Malus law. Once again, I repeat the definition. So when a completely plane polarized light beam is incident on the analyzer, the intensity of polarized light transmitted through the analyzer varies as the square of the cosine of the angle between the plane of transmission and the plane of analyzer is known as Malus law. This law holds good for the combination of reflecting surfaces but fails when the light is not completely plane polarized or unpolarized light. So here the Malus law once again you discuss. So the intensity of polarized light incident on the analyzer. So the intensity of polarized light transmitted through the analyzer varies as the square of the cosine of the angle between the plane of analyzer and the plane of polarizer. So this is known as law of Malus. Here we use two crystals. One is used as analyzer and another crystal is used as polarizer. Here now to prove the Malus law, let OP let OP is equal to A be the amplitude of incident plane polarized light from a polarizer, and theta is the angle between the plane of polarizer and the plane of analyzer. So the amplitude of incident plane polarized light can be resolved into two components, that is OA component and OB component. So the OA component which is parallel to the plane of transmission, that is A cos theta, and OB component, that is A sin theta, which is perpendicular to the plane of transmission. So the component A cos theta is transmitted through the analyzer. Therefore the intensity of the transmitted light through the analyzer according to Malus law, therefore I suffix theta is equal to A cos theta whole square. So this is and that is equal to A square cos square theta. Here intensity proportional to amplitude square. So this amplitude, so this is amplitude component. So the intensity according to Malus law, the intensity of plane polarized light varies as the square of the cosine of the angle between them. So this is OA component. Y I theta is equal to OA square. So OA is equal to A cos theta. Therefore I theta is equal to A cos theta whole square. That is equal to A square cos square theta. So here intensity proportional to amplitude square. So therefore I is equal to A square be the intensity of polarized light, then I suffix theta is equal to I cos square theta. So here I substitute instead of A square here. Therefore I theta is equal to I cos square theta. So I theta is equal to I cos square theta. So I theta proportional to cos square theta. This is Malus law. So when theta is equal to 0, the two planes are parallel. Here two crystals are used. One is analyzer and another one is the polarizer. Here these two crystals are parallel. So then the angle between them is theta is equal to 0. So that value substitute in the Malus law formula. I theta is equal to I into cos 0 whole square. Cos 0 value 1. Therefore I theta is equal to I. So in this case the intensity, maximum intensity of light transmitted through the crystals. So in this case the intensity is maximum. When theta is equal to 90 degrees, so that is the two planes are perpendicular, means the two crystals are perpendicular to each other. Then the intensity, so I theta is equal to I, so cos 90 degrees in whole square. Therefore, cos 90 value was 0. Therefore, I into 0 whole square. So I theta is equal to 0. So there is no intensity of light transmitted through the analyzer. So I theta is equal to 0. So the above results are experimentally observed in case of two tourmaline crystals, two nickel prisms, etc. And here means one used as analyzer and another used as polarizer. If the two crystals are parallel to each other, so there is a maximum transmission of light through polarizer and analyzer. If the two crystals are perpendicular to each other, so if the plane polarized light passes through the analyzer, but it is not emerging from the polarizer. Thank you, students. Now see the answer from starting to ending. Thank you, students. This is the story about law of Malus. Now see the answer from starting to ending. Students, subscribe my channel. Don't forget it.